Hello, all of you lovely crumpets, and I'm the No Player Guy. And hey, guess what? We have in the news. Consider this like a part two or follow up to the previous video. For the weekend starting tomorrow, currently it'll be on for the 31st. There are a few Easy 8 areas, some with some awakenings, and one of them with this. So the Ultimate Clash is back out. With this round of Ultimate Clash, this guy gets his Easy 8. And then, of course, for the other ones as well, we have an Easy A area. So she finally has an awakening and an immediate Easy A. These already have an awakening, they have an Easy A during the same one. It's the same one that you had the STR, Grandpa Gohan and Pam. It's the same one as you had Hatchan and 17. So that one as well. So there'll be 4 new stones for this. And I don't realistically know if there'll be any for this. This will be probably not. There might be some related missions. He has indeed the Easy A information, so we can look into that one a bit more. For these two, we don't have the information just yet. It appears that neither JP or Global get this, so this might be a Global first. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to have a look at Oob first, because we do have his information. So prior to this, he was Resurrected Warriors, 3 key, 100%. So that's pretty decent. He lowered attack, and he still lowers attack in his 18 key, right? His only start of turn defense was the fact that you had more at the start of turn if you had various HP, right? That's basically it. And you do get a nice heal. So you get 40% heal when you're under 40% and you can transform. This way, you do actually get start of turn stats. Sorry, take this into play. So you do get start of turn stats prior to his Easy A once you've transformed and you get that 40%. He's a Rainbow Orb Changer as well and still lowers attack. So there's plenty to do there. Odd links. It's really difficult because he's on GT as well as Margin. That's really difficult to try and blend together. But stuff like Fuse Fighter GT and Cold Judgment, margins. You could legitimately work it out. Like Margin Power, I believe he's on Margin Power. He's not actually on Margin Power, which is pretty crazy. But Resurrected Warriors, you can make a case because like Solid Support and Cold Judgment. Transformation Boost, yeah, you could use him. I don't know about Kamehameha because he doesn't even have the link in there. In fact, I don't even know if he has any key links. Only Margin has key links. Fuse Fighter is a key link. Okay, so he does actually have a few GT Fuse. So if you're going to use him on GT Heroes could be legitimate. Earthlings could be really good. I don't know how you'll get Fuse Fighters, but you might be able to get Solid Support, Cold Judgment GT. So that'll be quite nice. That'll be pretty decent. Earthbred Fighters could be a good one, but again, his main link is Fuse Fighter and GT in terms of key, because you get that start, just like level 1. Margin, yes. Nice amount of defense there and attack, but yeah. All right, so he was pretty solid. You can use him in various events, right? There's a Easy A area. We got to use Resurrected Warriors against one of the first ever Easy A's, that's Super Saiyan 3 Goku. You could legitimately grind him out. But okay, so let's talk into his Easy A. So what does he do? So as expected, it's a 130%. It'd be nice if it was 150, but what do you expect from a free to play? So it's a 130% across the board for Resurrected Warriors. So he now gives himself 30% defense and still lowers the attack, and it's the same sort of deal. They now give him 30% defense. I kind of feel like they just got like some flexi tape and slapped it on, that meme where the guy got some tape and a big leak and on a vat, and they just pretty much does it, right? So you're getting defense, which is really nice. So again, you have start of turn stats. This is great. So he comes out with 100% start of turn, and then this is pretty interesting. So you get the attack and defense of 100 up to 100%, so slightly more than the 90. Of course, the more HP you have, the better. So for every 10% health you're missing, you lose 10% of this additional bonus. But you also get key as well. So you'd actually get 1 key and 10% stats with every remaining 10% threshold HP. So you can get 10 key. Bear in mind, you could come into the game starting with your traditional 6. So you could be at 16 key. You're basically already going to pretty much auto 18 key, right? You're going to auto your ultra super attack, which is pretty crazy. Like 10 key, it's insane. Right, so all allies 2 key attack and defense 20%. I don't think he did that. No, he didn't. That's actually just straight up nice. 2 key and 20%. That's no joke. And the 2 key would be really, really nice. and then you fuse. So you fuse when HP is 50% or less, not 40. So they've actually been generous and actually been able to give you a slight increase. 50% is way easier to get than 40, I'm telling you now. Only 10%, but it just makes it that much easier. So this is all around pretty solid. I mean, what's it coming in at? 11,500. This isn't going to change because it's an LR. It's not like LR stats don't change, but the fact that you got a decent amount of defense actually, right? Solid attack, very good HP. So you could have quite a tanky build depending on what you're going with. He's going to have up to 200% start of turn, and he's going to be giving everyone 2 key 20%. So that's pretty decent. When we go into Majube, so let's have a look. Majube now for he's still so he was what is he a rainbow orb changer with stats. So now let's have a look. You still maintain the 40% heal, just the once only when you fuse. You go to 120%, so even nicer. You get an additional 120% when the only margin power category ally in this turn is this unit. Okay, so that would mean then, well, it's a good job he's not on margin power, is it? Right. So, right. And all allies 2 key 40% when there is another margin power category ally in the same. Wait, I don't get that. Wait. So he gives himself 120% when the only margin power category ally in the same turn is this character. But if you do have a margin power on the same turn, you lose that, but give all allies 2 key 40%. Interesting. So still a rainbow warp changer, and then you get an additional 2 key 20% per rainbow. That's really powerful, actually. This is a really wonky thing, right? This is bizarre. So his super attack, you still get the extra 30%, so that's really nice. You get a little bit of stats buff, so that's really nice. This is weird. I mean, think about this. So you get 120%. If you're the only margin power unit in this, I mean, it's funny how he isn't on margin power. I mean, I'm not being. He is actually on margin power. Is he on margin power in this one? Can I just? He is actually. He is on margin power. Yes. So, I mean, you could run him on margin power, but if you run him on the margin power team, you're only going to be given 2 key 40%. But if you're not, and you're the only one who belongs to that category, say if you're running like GT Heroes or Connected Hope or Earthbred Fighters, Fuse Fighters, you'll basically double your stats to 240, plus you're getting this. What's really going to help is this 2 key 20% stats per Rainbow Warp Changer, and you're guaranteed to do that. So that's really, really good. It means he's not held back with just like tech orbs. That's really, really good. In terms of Rainbow Warp Changers, GT Heroes is just full of orb changes, right? The lead, the physical Kid Goku and the Int Vegeta, right? The Rainbow Orb changes. Yeah, then you've also got Connected Hope. Could be really good because PyCon needs them. The Tech Gogeta needs them. Earthbred Fighters probably needs Rainbow Orb changes. Fuse Fighters probably doesn't. Margin Power probably could do. If you're going to use Margin Power, if I'm on this, if you do use them on this, you're only going to get the support, so you're going to lose out on quite a lot. Resurrected Warriors would be really nice. Transformation Boost could be really nice just to give the support. I don't really see him running Kamehameha on Bond of Master and Disciple, but Earthlings. I think the only thing going wrong with this guy is it's his links. So you got like Solid Support, Master of Magic, Margin, Cold Judgment, Fuse Fighter, GT, and Legendary Power. The fact that you got Fuse Fighter with Margin Power and Master of Magic is typically Bobbedy and Fat Boo. So, I mean, that would imply then you're going to run him on Margin Power, which means then that you're not going to get the 120% stats, but you are going to be a tremendous, powerful buff to everyone else. So that's a bit weird. But again, you could probably get Cold Judgment, Solid Support, Solid Support, Cold Judgment, Legendary Power on quite a lot of other Saviors, Connected Hope, GT Heroes, Fuse Fighters, and Earthbred Fighters. You could actually get quite those links on there. And again, if you did get that, you would be able to give yourself the extra 120%. So that's nice. Really, the only saving grace for this guy is the fact that he has this. This is huge, 20% of stats per rainbow. Now, the maximum you can get is 5, and the average you'll get is between 2 and 3. So basically, you're going to be getting, that's 2 key per rainbow, Wow, that's pretty crazy. So you could give yourself 4 key 40% or 6 key 60%. That's most likely. If you're going to get 6 key and 60% to stats coming in with your 6 key, you're basically going to auto super. That's going to be pretty crazy. I mean, GT Infused Fighter can give you 4 key. Whether or not you get that to level 10 is another question. So again, margin power is really, really, really difficult for this guy. It's pretty weird because you want to use him, but then you don't. I mean, if you're going to margin power is so poor in terms of roster that you might have no choice. But if you transform with this guy, you're going to suck. But honestly, to be fair, if you're going to transform, if you're going to use him on margin power, perhaps just don't transform unless you're desperate for that 40% heal, right? That is a thing. Well, that remains to be seen. So I'd end up having to do a video to see if this guy's actually going to be any decent. Anyway, he awakens from the new virtual clash. So moving on before it gets too long. So we have two Easy 8 area units. So we have these two. So this one has an awakening. This one doesn't have an awakening, but appears to soon, starting from tomorrow, as well as an immediate Easy A. I mean, for a unit that's only level 100, she's actually pretty decent, right? She's going to raise stats for several turns. This will probably go to 50%. I mean, she has start of turn stats. She has a 50% chance to dodge. She gives herself key and defense when you got Goku Youth. The Int Easy A and the new Physical Dokkenfest one. I mean, that makes them much more relevant. That's pretty good. So, I mean, overall, this could be a fantastic unit. So, Dragon Ball Seekers will probably go to 77%. Peppy Gals, Dragon Ball Seekers, Youth DB Saga. I mean, actually, all of these outside of like Earthbred Fighters, Earthbred Fighters is too top heavy, but all of these you could legitimately run because I mean they're going to have like Shocking Speed's going to be good, Incredible Adventure, Gangs of the Dragon Ball, right, is going to be pretty common. So you're going to get the what's that attack? That's key and attack. Wow, okay. Imagine sharing key at least two, you can get 3 and 7% to stats. Scientist is going to be a bit of a funny one, but I don't think you'll likely get that. And money would come in if you got like Videl and Hercule, if you run them on something like Peppy Gal slash Earthlings, right? Could legitimately be quite great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The dodge chance could come in quite clutch. There is an Extreme Super Battle Road for youth. Now it's somewhat easy because a lot of them do stun, but having the dodge chance in there could be quite nice. I mean, having extra defense and key +9 in when there's a Goku Youth, when there's two legitimate runners, and they're both like a 170% for DB Saga, and is really great. So there's no information on this, but yeah, I can expect this will be 77. This might jump up. Maybe it might even go up to something like 88 or something like that. I don't know. It's a bit weird at 41%. I can't really remember why it was 41%, but I suppose it might. I suppose the 41% was April 1st because it did come out pretty much that. So I suppose that's what that means. So again, it could be doubled and it could say 82, right? But who knows? And these guys again are actually pretty decent. I like these. They're great against an extreme class. They lower extreme class enemies' stats. Is it a 20% buff? 20% buff for 3 turns. They give themselves a 30% buff on super. This is great. 58% at the start of turn, plus additional on super attack, plus additional on extreme class enemies. So that's really, really great. They have a crit chance per Defenders of Justice on the team, and they give Defenders of Justice 3 key attack and defense and chance of crit 18%. Basically, they're 3 key 20%. This could probably legitimately like double to like 36%. Imagine 3 key. I mean, to be fair, Defenders of Justice. So join forces, movie heroes, Defenders of Justice, and some Earthbred fighters. You're gonna have these guys. So it's a shame these guys aren't on saviors because Defenders of Justice and saviors, there's quite a lot of overlap. So legitimately, Defenders of Justice, movie heroes, join forces, and some Earthbred fighters you could run in. Brilliant against extreme class. You can definitely get a lot of these. So patrol. you might not get it, but again, some Defenders of Justice do have it. Hero of Justice, yeah, you could legitimately run it. Signature Pose, there's a lot of Gotenks that have it, so again, you could have that if you're going to run something like Joint Forces, Defenders of Justice. Shattering the Limit and Shocking Speed, that's really, really great. So you could legitimately get quite a few links. These are actually really great. I like these. I've used these quite a fair bit. It's just because you get extra against extreme, they're a fantastic support. I mean, this is legitimately great. Yes, the defense is a bit meh, coming in at 7,000, so this will probably go to much closer to 9. But the point is, it's a free unit, something to do over the weekend. No information on this, of course, as well. I don't know if this will come out. I mean, it came out on the same for everyone. I presume then that JP's also going to get this, so that's great. Again, similar sort of deal. Even worse defense, backed up by the fact that she has dodge, so fair enough. So that's something to do. Yeah. So it looks like she even has, I mean, this one actually has, she has her own exclusive orb. So she's completely free to play. So you can get these up to SA 15 completely free, and same here. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. Yeah, fair enough. This you have to use STR orbs, but by now everyone should have quite a few. All right, so that's coming up for tomorrow. This is coming up for April Fools. Even though this is April Fools, I still believe this is legitimate easy A because they're only free to play units. It's not as if it's a hype unit. Anything that they tweet about a new Dockenfest is probably going to be hocus pocus because, well, it's going to be April Fools. But this probably isn't going to be, right? Okay, that's going to be it for this video. So there's a few things to do over the weekend, including this for a virtual Dock and Clash. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.